Get ready for episode 3 of the Hobbit trilogy. That's the best in the series because it finally means it's over. Kind of like episode 3. The Hobbit, the Battle of the Five Armies. Resign yourself to another Hobbit movie, once again filled with faceless CGI armies slamming into each other, elves defying the basic laws of physics, and people making out-of-place references to Lord of the Rings.
Leave Sauron to me.
There's a young ranger amongst them. He's known in the wild as Strider.
Now, Peter Jackson will finish picking through Tolkien's bones and put an end to our long-expected journey. And we'll rack our brains to come up with anything new to say about these movies. Hope you remember what happened in the Desolation of Smaug, because you're about to enter a disorienting dragon holocaust already in progress. That clearly should have been the end of the second movie, but wasn't. Once again, Martin Freeman shines in his well-acted, charming portrayal of Bilbo Baggins. And once again, he's turned into an extra in his own movie. Because once again, it's all about the mopey Dwarf King, who's grown from a mopey dick brooding over his lost gold to a mopey dick brooding over his found gold. In a plotting storyline about dragon sickness that finally pays off when he just kind of decides he's not sick anymore. Everyone wants a piece of the treasure within Scrooge McDragon's vault. Now, 5 pages of a children's book will be stretched into an hour-long battle between 5 to 8 different armies, depending on how you count. Full of lazy action cliches like easy, bloodless decapitations, last-second rescues, heroes talking to each other in the middle of a raging battle.
There's too many of these buggers, Thorin. I hope you've got a plan.
Gandalf and Bilbo giving play-by-play commentary.
The dwarves, they're really into their king.
And of course, the Eagles. Because you can't make a Middle-earth movie without the f***ing Eagles showing up at the last second, now can you?
The Eagles are coming.
And I hate the f***ing Eagles, man.
You cried the last time Peter Jackson wrapped up a trilogy with Aragorn's final charge.
For Frodo.
Now, cry tears of relief as you say goodbye to characters you spent 8 hours with and still don't remember their names. Oh no, not that one. Finally, roll your eyes at the tacked-on epilogue as old Bilbo writes down his story 60 years later. And we can only imagine how a book that was actually based on these movies would be received. I wonder what that would have looked like.
So, Frodo, what did you think?
Well, it's good, but it was kind of long. Almost like you were trying to stretch it out unnecessarily. You really could have cut some of that stuff out.
Oh, well, it's an epic quest.
But I'm not really sure why we needed to know what Gandalf was up to, or what that elf lady was there for, or what Legolas's purpose was.
I was universe building.
And for a book called A Hobbit's Tale, you kind of disappeared halfway through. Lots of dwarves.
Well, I can't be everywhere at once.
Also, what exactly were the 5 armies? It's kind of unclear.
Yeah.
And that sidekick from the Master of Laketown. Whew, talk about a character that goes nowhere.
Well, since you have so many bright ideas, why don't you try it?
I'm sorry. It was just so serious. It might have worked better as a children's book.
Starring Kill No Dragons, Dwarfy Downer, Ian McKellen stunt double, Christopher Lee stunt double, Old Lando Bloom, Khaleesi, Tremors, Elrond Hubbard, The Girl from the Ring, Medea Goes to Laketown, Seal. Wait, is that Bryan Cranston? And the New Zealand Department of Tourism. The Hobbit, the bloating of the 5 pages. You know what the sad thing is? This is probably the best scene in the movie. Be sure to subscribe for more honest trailers. Thanks to our friends at How It Should Have Ended for the awesome animation. Click the box below to check out the premiere of their take on The Hobbit, the Battle of the Five Armies, and tell them Screen Junkie sent you. I'm giving it all she's got, Captain. Megamaid's gone from suck to blow. Potatoes are bae, I will eat you. I'm the bacon in the fridge. Booty, 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 rocking everywhere. Dum Dum, give me the gum gum.